Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving yesterday. Today we are going to be stuffing $300 from the profits of our house. As you can see, it looks a lot more than 300. What I do is I go through and I add up the amounts. I take out what I need to make the biggest bills, deposit what's extra, and take out the correct denominations from the bank. I do that just because I hate having so many small bills, especially having so many different envelopes and categories. So let's get started. First up is our holiday binder. Valentine's Day is fully funded. So now we are on Easter. Easter today is getting a 50 and a 5. And that is all that we have in Easter so far. We do have a cap on this for 300. I don't expect us to use 300 this year simply because it will be our first Easter with our baby. But whatever is not used will just carry over to next year. So 55 in Easter, that's the only holiday we are funding right now. Next up we have our children and our dogs. We are skipping college and birthday because baby is not here yet. So first up is our pups. We do have 2 Australian Shepherds. Today this is going to be getting a $10 bill. We really just use this for their routine vet visits. Nothing crazy, that's why it doesn't get a whole lot. So we have 150, 160. Next up, we have Pet Emergency. This is a new one that we just started. It is getting $10 today. This will be for any extra pet expenses we have or any unexpected vet visits. So it is currently at $50, $70, and $80. Next up is Baby. Baby is not here yet, but we have been still putting away for those bigger purchases that we're about to make. Today, Baby is going to be getting a 100 and a 10. As you can see, we have more gift cards in there than last time. We did receive them at our baby shower. We had that this past week, which was really fun. So in Baby, we have 500 in the bank, and then we have 600, 700, 710. So this is really just for the big things like stroller, car seat, the rocking chair, all those things. So that is it for this binder. Next up, we have our expenses binder. So first up we have car insurance. Today this is going to be getting a $100 bill. Right now we are currently paying for our car insurance monthly. We are getting a new car and the monthly thing expires next month. So we are planning on just going ahead and paying for the 6-month premium to hopefully save us a little bit of money. Obviously this is not going to be enough. It's only $205. The rest we are going to pull out of the house profits, and hopefully the next time that our car insurance bill comes around, we will just be able to fully fund it from this envelope. So car insurance has $205 in it. Next up is health insurance. My husband is in the military, but he is getting out next year, so we are just putting some money aside in case we have to pay a lot when we switch over to a new health insurance. This today is going to be getting a $20 bill. So in health insurance we have $100, $150, $170, $190. Next up is month ahead. This did start as our $1,000 emergency fund, which was fully funded. So now we are just slowly but surely making our way to our next goal of saving enough in our emergency fund to be 1 month ahead of all living expenses. It is getting a $10 bill. So we have $1,000 in the bank, 50, 70, 80. So $1,080 in month ahead. Next up, we have car maintenance. I did just pull out of this last week. I bought new headlights and then took them to a mechanic to have them installed, so this is pretty low. It is getting a 5 today, and it can be very discouraging. We pull out of this envelope probably the most, but it is definitely nice to have because we haven't had to take that money out of our pocket. It always comes from this envelope. So I pray that that continues to happen for us. Hopefully getting a new car, we won't have to pull from this envelope so much. It is now at $105. Moving on to medical. Medical today is getting a $20 bill. So now in medical, we have 100, 200, 300, 350, 370. Next up, we have closing costs. My husband is getting out of the military next year, and we are going to be buying a house. So every week, this just gets $20. This is hopefully going to cover all of the closing costs for us, if not at least a good chunk, so that it doesn't break our pockets. So in closing costs, we have $500 in the bank, $600, $700, $800, and $820. So that is very exciting, $820 in closing costs. Next up, clothes. It is not getting funded since we are doing our house profits this week. We try not to fund just kind of the unnecessary things from the house profits. We want that really just to be in our more important envelopes. Next up is our growth binder. So first up, we have investment. We always get this to $1,000 and then decide what to do with it from there. Today it is getting a $50 bill. So there is no plan for this yet. We did already get it to $1,000 this year, and we ended up putting that $1,000 as an extra debt payment. We are almost out of debt, but unfortunately we are getting a new car for our growing family, so that will be another source of debt that we are working towards paying off. So in investment, we have 100, 200, 250, 255. In retirement, we don't currently have one open other than what my husband has through the military. However, we are planning as soon as we move to open one. It is getting a $100 bill today. That is all that's in there, but we just started this, so I'm very happy with that. Moving on, my husband wants to start getting into the stock market. We're skipping that. Again, college we're skipping because of the house fund. We're not funding it through that. Next up is business. Business today is going to be getting a $10 bill. And this is going to be for, I want to open a business once my kids are all in school. So we're just slowly putting away little bits of money so that when it comes around to opening my own business, it's not that hard to fund it. So we do have $500 in the bank, and we have 20, 30. So $530 in business. Next up, we have Dream House. I'm actually thinking about taking this out. When I started this a long time ago, it's barely gotten any money in it anyways. And I just don't know. This was when I wanted to build my own dream house. I knew it wasn't going to be one of the first houses that we had, but I think I might take this out. For now, it's going to stay, but it might come out. I don't know how I feel about it anymore. Next up, we have taxes. This is going to just help us with whatever we end up owing on our house. Today, it is going to get a $100 bill. So it currently has $500 in the bank, so this makes $600 in taxes. Jake's truck, we are not funding that from this yet. that will probably start after we get the new SUV. We'll see. And then last but not least, this is more of our fun binder. Day trips does not get funded from the house fund. Weekend trips, we will be putting a $20 bill in there. And this is really just to get us started on some of these envelopes because most of these in this binder are new. So weekend trips, we have 50, 70, 90. Next up, we have vacation. Vacation is going to be getting a $10 bill today. We don't have anything planned. This will probably be for once he gets out. So it is at $110. Next up, memberships is going to be skipped today as well. And then after military, we don't have a set plan for this. This is either going to be for a trip or just to help carry us over throughout the transition because we're not quite sure what to expect. It is getting a $20 bill today. So in after military, we have 100, 200, 250, 270. And then last but not least is gifts. It is going to be getting $10 today. So in gifts, I did keep smaller bills in this one just for the simple fact that it's a lot easier to grab the smaller bills for gifts than it is the larger bills and have to keep switching that out constantly. So in gifts, we have $20, $40, $60, $80, and $90. Which is pretty good. We just started this one as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.